All right, welcome everyone. Today we're going to tackle a really big, fascinating story. The story of India. I mean, think about it. You've got over 1 billion people, literally thousands of different cultures. How do they all come together as one nation? Well, that's exactly what we're going to explore, this incredible idea of unity in diversity.
And to kind of set the mood, let's start with this beautiful thought from the great poet Rabindranath Tagore. What he's really saying here is, in the middle of all this beautiful chaos, how do you find that one thing that connects everything? That idea, that is the absolute heart of India's story. It's what we're digging into today.
And you know, Tagore wasn't the only one completely fascinated by this. Way back, a historian named Vincent Smith basically asked the same thing. It seems impossible, doesn't it? How can you possibly write a single history for a place with just so much going on? But the answer he landed on is just incredible. India's unity isn't in spite of its diversity, it's because of it.
Just to give you a sense of the sheer scale we're dealing with, let's look at the numbers. We're talking 1.4 billion people. That's almost 1/5 of everyone on the planet. And get this, a survey found 4,635 distinct communities, and people speaking over 325 different languages. It's a mind-blowing mosaic of humanity, right?
Okay, so where do we even begin to find the unity in all of that? Well, let's start with something we can all get behind: food. Seriously, what India eats tells us so much about this story.
Just take a look at this map. It's basically a foodie's road trip across the country. Up north, you've got hearty rajma. Those are kidney beans. Over in the east, you have things like tur dal or pigeon pea. And then down south, you have all these fragrant types of rice, like pawnee and sona masuri. The variety is just nuts, and it's all tied directly to the local land and weather.
But here's the really cool part. Even with thousands and thousands of different dishes, most Indian meals are built on the same foundation. You're looking at staple grains like rice, wheat, barley, and all kinds of millets. And that's the key right there. It's a single unifying base that gets turned into an almost endless number of totally delicious, totally different meals.
All right, now let's see how that same idea, a common core with tons of variety, shows up somewhere else: clothes. And we have to talk about one of the most iconic pieces of clothing in the entire world, the sari.
See, the sari isn't just a piece of clothing. Oh no. It is a living, breathing tradition that goes back for centuries. Look at this ancient stone carving. It's from a place called Vaishali, and it shows a woman wearing a sari. We're talking centuries before the Common Era. This garment is literally woven into the fabric of India's history.
And that one single unstitched piece of cloth. Wow. It's expressed in so many different ways. You've got famous silks like the Banarasi or the Muga from Assam. You've got countless types of cotton. And the designs, they can be printed on, woven right in. Every single region has its own unique feel, its own signature style.
And this is where the pure genius of the sari really shines through. It's so much more than just a dress. In everyday life, people use it as a cradle for a baby, a shield from the sun, a pouch to carry stuff in, or even, like you see here, a makeshift fishing net. It's one simple piece of cloth with 1,000 different uses. I mean, that just speaks volumes about the ingenuity of the people.
So there it is again, right? That same powerful idea. You take one simple form, the unstitched cloth, and it just blossoms into hundreds of different styles and uses. It's pretty much the perfect, wearable symbol of this whole unity in diversity concept.
Okay, so we've seen it in food, we've seen it in clothes. Now let's check out how this same spirit comes alive when people celebrate. Festivals are a massive deal in India. And yep, you guessed it, they tell a very similar, very vibrant story.
Okay, so check out this map. Every year, right around January 14th, something pretty special happens. The entire country just explodes in celebration. It's all about the harvest season. But, and here's the cool part, they don't all celebrate it the same way. They don't even call it the same thing.
So down in Tamil Nadu, it's called Pongal. Way over in the northeast in Assam, it's Magh Bihu. And up in Punjab in the north, you'll hear it called Lohri or Makar Sankranti. See? The names are different, the little details of the traditions are different, but the core spirit is exactly the same. Everyone is celebrating the harvest, celebrating nature's gifts.
So we've covered food, clothes, and festivals. But now, let's talk about maybe the most powerful thread of all, the thing that really weaves this whole diverse country together, and that's its shared stories.
Right at the heart of India's culture, you'll find two huge, epic poems, the Ramayana and the Mahabharata. And believe me, these are way more than just books. They're a living, breathing part of the culture.
Their stories are told and retold in every single corner of the country, no matter what language you speak or what region you're from.
I mean, for more than 2,000 years, these stories, all about heroes and gods and tough moral choices, have been passed down in every way you can imagine. We're talking ancient sculptures, paintings like this one from the 1700s, folk theater, dance, even local tribal legends. Every single community has taken these stories and made them their own.
India's first Prime Minister, Jawaharlal Nehru, he put it perfectly. He said that these stories created this powerful, shared cultural background for everyone. They gave people a common set of ideas, values, and heroes that connected a farmer in a village just as much as a professor in a city. That, right there, is the foundation of cultural unity.
So what's the big takeaway from all this? Well, it's that India's unity isn't about everyone being the same. It's not about getting rid of all the amazing differences that make the country so fascinating. It's the exact opposite. India's strength actually comes from celebrating its diversity. All those little variations in food and clothing and festivals. They don't make the country weaker. They're the threads that weave it all together into this vibrant, strong, and completely unique tapestry.
And that kind of brings us to the end of our journey, but it leaves us with a really powerful idea to think about. I want you to think about your own life, your own traditions. What's your favorite festival? And how does your family celebrate it in your part of the world? I bet if you think about it, you'll find your own little example of unity and diversity right there. It's just a great reminder that our differences, they're what pull us apart. They're what make our shared stories so incredibly rich. Thanks for joining me.